Fight time! It's fight time, guys! I mean, it's the big day! Big day! Logan Paul, KSI. The first fight ended in a fucking majority draw. Absolute nonsense. It's like the most ridiculous scoring you can get. It's the most ridiculous result you can get in boxing. It's the most unlikely result you can get in boxing. Yet they got it on their first ever bout. Bit ridiculous, a bit unrealistic, but it was the case. I think Logan won that fight. 4 rounds to 2 at least. Don't see how it was a draw in my obviously super critical and informative opinion there, but I guess we all have different opinions. JJ thought he won the fight. I think he's also a bit stupid. Just to be clear here, I don't think either of these two guys are like great human beings, but I do think JJ does seem like a fucking dickhead. Just as a general point, I think Logan Paul has dick-like tendencies, but then a lot of people have dick-like tendencies. Like Kevin Hart has dick-like tendencies. Doesn't mean he's a bad guy. The Rock has slight dick vibes, but not real dick vibes. Like the type of dick vibes where you're like, I want to hang out with that guy. JJ doesn't have that. He just has like general dick vibes. I don't know. I think he's gonna come a cropper in this fight, and I think Logan Paul is going to set the pace for the fight. JJ keeps on going on about, oh, you don't know what the pace of a fight is, the pace of a fight. Man, whether he knows or he doesn't, he's going to set it because he is the superior. In general, I would say Logan Paul is superior to JJ. I'm not just talking about in boxing terms. And let's be clear here. I always want the Brit to win. So secretly, I do want JJ to win, all right? But I don't think he is going to win. I don't think he's going to win. I think Logan Paul is going to get like a round 2 knockout. I think he's going to decide when he wants to end the fight. Honestly. I think his jab is just too on point. He has something that most people won't have, which is a strong jab. There are professional fighters who don't have a strong jab, and it's a lot to do with their size, their build, their reach. He has a better reach than JJ. He's taller than JJ. JJ might have quicker reflexes, maybe. But power-wise, you have to give Logan the balls there. You have to give it all to Logan because at that weigh-in, man, it was ridiculous. You know, they're fighting cruiserweight. If you don't know, cruiserweight is sub 200 pounds, so it's between, you want to be between like 180 and 200 pounds generally. 185 and 200. Really, you want to be between there. And you don't really want to be the upper end of that that limit there. You want to be under 195. So you have more speed to you, which is one thing JJ probably has on Logan in this fight. Because Logan came in at 199 pounds for the fight. That was yesterday. So by the time he's rehydrated, he's probably going to be close to 200. And because he was so close to the cusp, he probably had to cut weight for a couple of days to get that 199, which to me is ridiculous. He's almost at a heavyweight level in terms of weight. You know, you get past 210, you can fight in the heavyweight division. He has the size on him to be able to do that. He's way more cut. And just being cut doesn't mean you're going to be a better boxer, you're going to win the fight. Just Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz shows that predicament straight away. It's not about your size, it's not about your stature, it's about your heart and your boxing ability. And I think that Logan has better boxing ability than JJ. Just an opinion, all right? Coming from a guy who's, you know, had a lot of boxing experience. Not a lot. You know, I box here and then, you know, not a lot. But I enjoy it. I was actually, that's how I actually mucked up my wrists. I was boxing and I didn't have wraps. And I still wanted to box anyway. And a couple of days I did it for without wraps. And I just mucked up my my wrists a little bit there. Stupid. But it's what it is. Can't change it. Back to the point here. JJ has big balls because he thinks he's going to win this fight. I think he is living in cuckoo land if he thinks he's going to get past round 3. Honestly. I think the longer the fight goes on, JJ has a better chance of getting a result. But I can't see how, if you watch that first fight, if there were no head guards and they were using, you know, smaller gloves, Logan would have taken out JJ in the first round. Maybe round 2. He would have already done it. It would have been done. So I'm going off of that. Taking into account they've probably grown and learned a lot more over the last year. JJ's had like 2.5 years of boxing now. Logan's had like a year and a half. So a lot of time these guys have put into it, relatively. So, you know, I think they will be more skilled than they were in the first fight. JJ won't be swinging about like a bloody... I was going to say something there, but someone would probably say that's racist, so I'm not going to say that. Logan was super droopy as well at the end of the fight. He had nothing in him, but he does know maths. He knows 7 times 6 is 42. JJ apparently struggles with 10 times 10, but he did get 5 times 6, which is good. It's a good thing. But yeah, I think Logan is really going to set the pace for the fight. I think JJ coming in at 193 pounds. I think there's a difference between Logan's 199 pounds and JJ's 193. All right, I would say I don't want to be like, oh, I would bang JJ. I'm not stupid, all right? He's been boxing for a year and a half now, 2 years now, or more. You know, but at the end of the day, it's one punch. You can get lucky, and he can get lucky in the fight, I think, and he can take Logan out. You know, that's the way it is. All it takes is one punch. Andy Ruiz got one punch after being knocked down himself, and he won the World Heavyweight Championship. So anything is possible. But JJ isn't in that incredible shape. He's obviously tried to bulk here because he is shorter than Logan. So he wanted to get as much mass on him as possible, and he knew, as you do, you can't get pure mass from just muscle. You also need some fat on you. If he didn't have such a high body fat percentage on him, he would probably be 187 pounds. 180, maybe around there. He could probably use to lose a few pounds on that front. In terms of if he was to be in the same shape as Logan, he'd probably have to lose another 7-8 pounds, I would think. Maybe more, I don't know. But from the look of Logan, he looks like a strong 199. Like, he looks he could maybe put on a couple of pounds of fat just to, like, buff him out of it, you know. Because he looks super lean, really lean, strong 199. Whereas I think JJ is not a strong 193. Like, JJ's body fat is probably 12 to 15%, whereas Logan's is probably between 6 and 8%, I would think. Maybe even less. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of him, but from what I have seen of him, you know, shirtless and his legs, he looks super duper cut. That does not bode well for JJ, but because he is lighter, JJ will have more speed. But he also has more fat on him than Logan. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing, because it literally does insulate you a little bit in terms of a fight. But I can't see any other result other than a Logan Paul win. And I think a lot of people do see that. I think Eddie Hearn knows who he wants to win. He can be, you know, playing the game a little bit here, being like, oh, some days like JJ like this, JJ like this, and some days Logan like this, Logan like this. But he sees a moneymaker in one of them. I'm not going to say who, because I'm not going to put words in Eddie Hearn's mouth. But there's one of them who looks like they could be an actual superstar. And it's crazy saying words like that, but one of them really does look like that. Very, very unique. They can cross into multiple mediums. I think Shannon Briggs said it best, you know. He said, let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. That's basically it. Apparently, Vidal Riley and Shannon Briggs have got into a scruff. I don't know what's going on there. They seem to really dislike each other, which always just adds a bit more pizzazz to the fight. So I'm all for that. Someone's going to get rocked. Someone's going to get, you know, thrown to the floor. And I think someone is underprepared. Honestly. And it could be dangerous. I mean, boxing is always dangerous. I think the stuff that KSI specifically has said, JJ said in some of the press conferences, saying that he's gonna kill Logan Paul. I don't really like that. Sorry, this is before I'm making the video. I don't really love that because there are some things which aren't funny and don't sell a fight. And I saw Eddie Hearn's face when JJ said that, and it wasn't impressed. And he really wasn't happy with him saying that, because it's something which boxing gets a really bad rap for, and something which is inevitable in it, and it will happen eventually. I do think, as Eddie Hearn said, boxing is much safer than it was multiple years ago. But the fact JJ came out and said that, especially with what just happened to Patrick Day, I think it's really, really insensitive, stupid, brash, and I don't know. I think it's disgusting the fact he actually said that. That's just my opinion of it. He talks about, you know, Logan, what do you know about boxing? What do you know about boxing? And I've really shifted on this. Before I wanted JJ to win. I don't really want him to win now. While I secretly always want the Brit to win, as I've said many times before, I sort of want Logan to knock JJ out. Honestly, that's my personal opinion. And this just came out today. Apparently, Australian boxer Dwight Ritchie died in a training accident. I don't know what the hell is going on. But this is just being reported this afternoon. Only 27. I've never heard of him. How the heck did that happen? I don't even know. I've no idea, alright? But the fact this just happened now as well, on the day of the fight, seemingly. JJ, man, just don't be so ignorant. It's serious. I think Logan has had his ignorance and he's had his phase of that. And I think people have moved on from it, if you have any common sense. But the fact you've said this now at this point, I think it shows a lack of understanding of the sport, a lack of understanding of human nature, and just a general vibe of griminess and distastefulness that I cannot get over as soon as I saw that from you. You did this thing with the dog, and I was like, that's a bit shitty, and I didn't like that. But the thing you did about saying you're gonna kill him in the ring, you're not just... Don't do stupid shit like that, alright? I think you think you're a hard man. You're not, man. You're not. You're soft. You're S-A-W-F-T. Soft! You're actually soft, alright? I'm not talking about your belly or your tits. I'm being serious. Don't say stupid shit like that, because then anyone has free reign to call you out on it. Yeah, I'm calling a Logan Paul win. I can't see JJ being able to muster up anything, really. But I do think as the rounds go on, JJ will have a better chance of winning the fight. But if I was gonna have to give one prediction, I think they're both gonna make a shit ton of money. And for one of them, it's gonna be their last fight ever, probably. And for one of them, it's most likely gonna be the start of another career. So, really cool stuff. It's obviously in LA. I don't know if they've sold out the Staples Center, but the fact they got the Staples Center in the first place is just ridiculous. So, congratulations, you know, to both of them. They've put a lot of work in, they've put a lot of time in, and it's gonna be, you know, they've got Billy Joe Saunders on the undercard here. It's a big event, you know, it really is. One of the biggest boxing events in the year, probably in the top 5 or 6 boxing events of the year. And they're, as Eddie Hearn said, this isn't me saying it, they're not real fighters. You know, they have some experience now, they've been working hard, but they're not real fighters. Maybe in 3 or 4 years' time, people would deem them as real fighters. I think if you're willing to get into the ring with each other, and you're willing to take off the head guards, even have the head guards on, to me, you're a fighter at that point. But I guess Eddie Hearn looks at it differently. More professional. That's the way he looks at it. But Logan Paul win. If you disagree with me, put it down below. We'll have a chat about it. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Logan Paul himself will come after you. Right now, forget Logan Paul. I don't want to make it like, oh, JJ will come after you. Shannon Briggs will come after you, alright? You don't want that, you really don't. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. You don't want that, you really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been the Ranger of the Comic. You've been great. I'll see you next time. It's tomorrow. Make a video every single day. Shoot me in the face. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.